Dominic Steele, good morning, Daily Bible Time. Thanks for joining us on a Thursday morning. And yesterday, Wednesday, we were talking about Mark 11:22-23 and the whole idea of throwing a mountain into the sea. And I gave you a few commentators' thoughts on that passage. The reminder, the passage, Jesus replied to them, "Have faith in God, and truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, be lifted up and thrown to the sea, and does not doubt in his heart, but believes that what he says will happen, it will be done for him." And look, I read, I think, 4 commentaries yesterday and then gave you my presentation. Since then, I've gone and checked out this commentary from William L. Lane, and I think he's better than all the others on this. And so I'm just going to give you his little burst on that. The Dead Sea is visible from the Mount of Olives, and it's appropriate to take the reference to this mountain quite literally. An allusion may be intended to Zechariah 14:4. In the eschatological day described there, the Mount of Olives is to be split in two, and when the Lord assumes his kingship, the whole land shall be turned into a plain. Zechariah 14:10. The prayer in question is then specifically a Passover prayer for God to establish his reign. What is affirmed is God's absolute readiness to respond to the resolute faith that prays. What distinguishes the faith for which Jesus calls from that self-intoxication which reduces a man and his work to a fiasco is the discipline of prayer through faith. Now, that's why the very next verse is Jesus says, "Therefore I tell you, everything you pray and ask for, and believe that you've received, it will be yours." Lane goes on, "When prayer is the source of faith's power and the means of its strength, God's sovereignty is its only restriction." The assertion in verse 24 reiterates this assurance in a more comprehensive and general term. The man who bows his head before the hidden glory of God in the fullness of faith does so in the certainty that God can deal with every situation and any difficulty, and that with him nothing is impossible. Now, interesting, the very next verse, Jesus says, when you stand praying, if you've got anything against anyone, forgive him, so that your Father in heaven will also forgive your wrongdoing. And key there is the right to pray the prayer envisaged in 23:24 belongs only to brothers and sisters who are mutually reconciled and united in the community of faith. I'm just thinking about the Lord's Prayer. That's clear. Matthew 18, that's clear. Now, forgiveness is such an important issue pastorally. I keep coming back to it. I'm going to link below to a sermon on forgiveness, reconciliation and trust that I think is helpful in this area, and I'd encourage you to check out. Thanks for joining us on Daily Bible Time this Thursday morning. See you tomorrow, Friday morning.